Hey everyone, welcome back to Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess 3 Heart Run. I promise we'll actually talk about this game this time instead of Silent Hill 2.
And spoilers.
What?
And spoilers.
Oh, instead of talking about spoilers?
What? No, never mind. Like when you're on the internet and you start typing spoilers, and then afterwards you type end spoilers so people know your spoilers are done.
Oh, end spoilers, yeah. Yeah, more or less. Here's the howling mechanic. I only use it for this and for the part where you have to summon the Shadow Card Rock. Otherwise, like normally you go up to these howling stones that aren't this one. There's a bunch of other ones spread around, and that's how you learn the other hidden skills. But yeah, I don't care about that.
He always does that little twist at the end. That guy.
The Skull Kid?
Yeah.
And see, the thing about all the 3D Zelda games have had some sort of musical element, but it gets, shoved farther in the background with each one. Like Ocarina of Time, it was the point of the game. And then Majora's Mask, the point of the game was the masks, but they still gave you the same instrument to play, so you could still, play the Simpsons theme if you wanted. And then Wind Waker basically confined you to one rhythm with 5 possible notes. And now this one you have 3 possible notes. Like, you can move them around however you want, but there are only 3 possible notes, and you can only howl at certain points. So that's one of the biggest things I miss about Ocarina of Time, is just playing the ocarina. By the way, this part is kind of confusing. Basically, if you just stay to the right, he usually goes into the first door on the right in any new area. Except I think this is the one exception where you have to go behind this waterfall to find him. But basically, once you're in a room, take the first door on the right, and then keep going until you find the room that the guy's in. But yeah, he's a real jerk. Those guys, yeah, you can just outrun them pretty much. If you need to attack them, a spin attack or the dark energy attack will suffice. Also, you may have noticed that some of the doorways get blocked off and reopened, because this is pretty much the Lost Woods. Oh, I remember something. Back when I said on Hyrule Castle how it had scaffolding, and how that is sort of evidence that's being rebuilt, and that it supports one of the theories. One theory is that this area right here that I'm going to right now is the ruins of Market Town from Ocarina of Time.
That's cool.
And that's why there's, like, stonework, and I think there's even, like, a fountain that's in about the same place as it would have been in Market Town. And normally you would say, well, Market Town was right next to the castle, but this is really far away. Well, what if they moved the castle and are rebuilding it somewhere else? So that's where the scaffolding comes into play.
Oh, you pissed him off.
Yeah, he's getting all stompy.
He's tweaking out.
This part's kind of annoying because you have to wait until he's tooting his horn to attack him, otherwise he'll just teleport away. And the quickest way to do that is just kill all the puppets, and then he has to blow his horn to summon some more. I don't know if you guys can hear that dog in the background, but there's a dog here.
Yep.
That barking is not in-game audio. Well, it might be, considering that I'm a wolf right now. Oh, I think I know what's coming up here.
Have you done this before?
Yeah, I'm gonna get swarmed by them. And you may be wondering what I'm doing there. I was shaking the nunchuck like a fiend. Because the spin attack with the nunchuck is really not responsive at all. I think that probably... that ended a lot of Cave of Ordeals runs right there, is not being able to spin attack when I wanted to. And then you come into this area. And this, of course, if the other area is Market Square, this would be where the Temple of Time stood.
Use star power. There's this one time I was at a concert, and
They had like they had a Guitar Hero thing in
Yeah.
between bands.
yeah, and at one point the guy started doing horrible, and the crowd like freaked out and started hating him and booed him. But then he used star power, and everyone freaked out and loved him again. So star power works in real life.
So this is probably one of the hardest puzzles in the game. And if you know what to do, it's easy to remember the solution. It's just figuring it out in the first place. And basically what you want to do is imagine a rectangle, 2 squares by 3 squares. And right now I'm going around where, like imagine it's 3 squares wide and 2 squares tall. And you start in the one that's in the top middle. So then you basically go around that counterclockwise. And now imagine another rectangle like that, 3 squares tall by 2 squares wide. And this time you're starting in the bottom right, and then you just go around that counterclockwise, and then you go up once more.
Or you can look it up on the internet,
Oh yeah, that's what I did. But I mean,
and it'll tell you just, which directions to push.
I guess, yeah. But if you find a map of this, you'll actually see the 2 distinct rectangles that you have to go around in. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I looked that up for this run. I wasn't gonna bother trying to figure it out all over again, even on my practice run. When he just said, "Go now to the sacred place," I thought of the song "Go to the Mirror" by The Who. And then I realized that wouldn't be a really good reference because there is a mirror in this game that you have to go to.
Oh no, you're a wolf. How will you use it?
I won't, I'll just check it.
You'll
Check it out.
You'll give it to Midna, and then she'll just swing it around, and it'll be totally badass.
I'll roar at it.
A little imp person
I'm gonna roar at it as if I'm some sort of boss character.
wielding a sword twice as big as her while riding a wolf. Pretty badass. Brain surgery!
And it's even easier than it is in Trauma Center. Well, that's another thing about Silent Hill, too. There's not going to be any spoilers here, don't worry, but what rank did you get?
I forget.
Alright.
Is a middle upper one.
The rank I got on my first run-through was 5.5.
Is that good?
Well, it goes up to 10.
Alright.
So it's not, like, the best. Like, to get 10, you have to have pretty much a perfect game. And, but I'm fine with 5.5 for my first run-through. Especially since it's higher than the rank that the speedrun got. Most of the time, the speedrun will always get the best rank. Like, every single Metal Gear Solid speedrun has the highest possible rank in that game. And then, even games where speed isn't, like, a huge factor, like Trauma Center. Even, you can rush through all the levels and you'll get horrible grades for it. But I think there are, for 2 different games in the Trauma Center series, the speedrun is all S rank. Single segment.
do the ranks in that thing even work?
I don't know, but W's are very sufficient for stitching people up. I think I mostly used Z's. Maybe that's why I didn't get a high enough rank. You need to go for the W. So yeah, now I have the Master Sword. Like I said, I'm not going to handicap myself. So I'm not going to switch back to my regular sword. But that's about it for this video.
Bye-bye.
Adios. That's Spanish for au revoir.